Hey guys, welcome to Rockin' the Heat. Last day of the pineapple shades. Tomorrow, something new. Now I'll let you know I don't have a new shirt for every day of the week, or for every week for the next 8 weeks, but do have a new pair of shades. So, let's get on to rockin'. Alright, little Dio there. Straight Through the Heart. That song was just vibing with me today. Charlie Layton in one of the comments said straight to the heart, and I read it as straight through the heart. I was like, man, that's such a good song. It's like, man, now I gotta play it. So, yep, got that done. Alright, today I'm just gonna chat with you guys a little bit about my weekend. So, if you don't want to catch up, there's nothing spicy in this video. So, unless you consider what I just played spicy. But, yeah, just gonna chat about the weekend. If you feel like skipping, go ahead and skip on to the next video. But yeah, so I went over to Great Falls and Dutton, my hometown Dutton, where my grandparents still live. My mom and 2 sisters live in Great Falls. Well, actually, my sister Steph lives in Lincoln, Montana, currently. But my sister Jenny lives in Great Falls, and my mom, Rosemary, lives in Great Falls as well. So I went and stayed with my mom. Great time catching up. She's got a couple kittens. I posted on Instagram one of them. Jasmine and Jasper. They're both brother and sister Siamese cats. They're awesome. They're super cute. I love kittens. And then I went over to my grandparents the next day and just hung out, just catched up. They were in good spirits, which was awesome. They were energetic and in good spirits. My grandpa recently had a heart episode where he was outside doing some yard work, and then basically his feet stopped working, and he fell to the ground. And just basically, as he describes it, he felt that his feet were feeling funny, so he put the hedge trimmers down because he didn't want to slice himself, and then started making his way back to the house. And before he got to the house, his feet stopped moving, is how he said it. His body kept moving, but his feet just stopped, and then he just fell. So then he started shouting for help. That's all he could do. I think it was the neighbor that came over, ended up hearing him and coming over. They got help on the way and took him to the hospital. Then they got, can't remember exactly what the heart issue is, but they got him on some pretty heavy medication to keep him relaxed. And he was pretty down for a while, and that was before our wedding. And he wasn't able to, my grandparents weren't able to make the wedding. They both weren't feeling very well, unfortunately. But we did make it over to see him now. And anyways, my grandpa's 89. My grandma's 87. My grandpa was then born in, I think, 32. Anyways, so he's feeling better. He's off some of those medications that aren't making him so lazy, and he's actually been getting around and getting outside, doing some watering and stuff like that, but nothing too intense. And yeah, so I'm glad. But there's heart conditions that kind of run in my family, and whether it's atrial fib, different types of it, which I didn't realize there's different types of it. And then there's my uncle Greg. He has something. It's not. It's not AFib. It's something else that causes an irregular heartbeat. And I've once in a while maybe felt my heart weird, but I do take off after my mom's side of the family a lot, in my structure and stuff like that. And, so that's something that I'll need to be looking out for. But so far, that's something that they would catch in your standard EKG that they could do right at your doctor's office when you're getting a checkup. It should be something that if you're worried about it, they should be able to do it real quick. So anyways, next time I go to the doctor, I'll probably get that checked out. But my grandma, she's fallen downstairs, and she's been broken and healed, and she's still getting around though. Seems to be getting around really well. I can't remember what sort of issues she has going on, but she's only on I think three medications for her age. She's only on, I think, 3 medications, but she takes like 7 pills, and so she feels like she's on a lot of medications, but the rest of them are just vitamins for her eyes and heart, and just vitamin pills. So they're not medications. So yeah, she honestly is doing. They're both doing really well for their age. Other than my grandpa's little spell, which my grandpa has always prided himself in being very strong and independent, and get stuff done, and nothing holding him back, nothing, doesn't get sick. That's, I think, where I get it from. I don't really get sick. Yeah. So when he went down and he was taken out and not being able to be physical, this is the first time he's ever had anything really like this hold him back. And he's 89. It's the first time he's had anything physical hold him back in his life. And it mentally kind of whooped him. But he seems to be doing good. He just knows he can't be quite as independent and isn't as strong as he used to be, and stuff. But from what I saw, he's still doing good. Parkinson's has, when he was in the hospital, so my grandpa kind of stutters over his words quite a bit. He has a lot for a long time. For basically since I can remember, he's always talked so fast and had so many thoughts in his head that he kind of just stutters over his words a little bit, and then he ends up he gets like a lot of saliva, and so he has to slurp up his saliva a little bit because he gets talking so much, and it's pretty funny. I think it's funny. However, while he was in the hospital, 3 different doctors without any what's the word I'm looking for? Without any keys or any keys into this or whatever, any hints or anything like that, they immediately heard him talking and immediately asked if he has a history of this, has been doing this, because all 3 doctors were worried about Parkinson's, and none of them had a clue from the family or anything that maybe that was the case. So they're maybe a little worried about that. He shuffles his feet. Apparently that's another thing, but and his gait's a little different. I think that's a Parkinson's thing. But the family's debated about it a bit. I mean, he's 89 and he's still getting around and doing well. So it's tough to decide what to do about that, but they've decided just to play it by ear at this point because nothing seems to be getting worse. He's just is what he is and has been for a long time. Nothing's really progressed. He hasn't been stuttering even more, but yeah. So that's there's a few things, getting old. So we'll need to be making more frequent trips over there to visit him. But yeah, that's basically our visit with our grandparents, and just hung out, catched up. My grandpa told lots of stories. Maybe I'll tell some grandpa stories someday. But he was a basically kept, I can't remember what fighter plane. The jets were just coming out when he was in the service when he was 19. So 1951 or something like that, or 51. When he was in the service, he went wherever this plane went and kept it fueled and kept the minor maintenance done on it, but any major maintenance had to go to a different mechanic in order to do stuff. But he said the jets were just coming out when he was leaving, and then he got out of service, came back. He worked on a farm, and got stuff built up. They had a small house, and he met my grandma before he went off to war, and then they wrote love letters, and they still have some of those love letters to stay in touch. And then when he got back, they got married, started having kids. 7 kids later, they've got a big family. So I have lots of aunts and uncles and cousins. I think my grandma said while I was there, they've got 50 grandkids. Including great grandkids. I think it's like my mom was saying it's got to be over 50. I was like, holy moly, that's a lot. So that side of the family, the Sook side of the family, I don't think is going to have any trouble carrying on. But we had a conversation while I was there about the Bakewit side. It's just me, my brother, and my cousin Danny. This is the only Bakewids. My brother's already had 2 girls. Not really sure if he's going to have another kid. If he doesn't, that leaves it up to Danny and I, or Danny and me. I mean, I hope to have a boy. We're going to have a family here fairly soon, but I hope to have a boy. I want to carry down the family name a little bit. It's kind of funny to think about that if we don't, the Bakewit name ends here. It's kind of interesting. But, all right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll probably be back a little later tonight with a snack and maybe a sauce. I don't know. Maybe both. Give you a hint. Tabasco. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for waiting for a video to come up while I was gone this weekend. But yeah. Good things happening. Stay kind to one another. There's enough ugly in this world, as Rhett says. Don't need to add more ugly to it. All right, guys. Rock on.